Hi, I'm Martin and welcome to Old Kempton Distillery. Our business was started in 2012 by a group of friends who shared a common passion, a strong desire to produce the best single malt whisky possible. The business has brought together a wonderful team of staff who strive every day to ensure what they are doing, whether it be in our cellar door or in our distillery, that we're working to produce the best single malt possible, using Tasmania's finest barley and our wonderful pristine water.
Hi, I'm Rob Tyson, head distiller here at Old Kempton. My role as head distiller is essentially the custodian of the whisky stocks that we have here, making sure for generations to come we can share whisky from Tasmania with people all over the world. So please join me as I take you through our hands-on approach to making whisky, which is very much in the Scottish sense, but using Tasmanian ingredients and making sure we have a deep connection with our spirits. So prioritising quality over quantity and ensuring that we have control over the spirit at each step along the way. This is our mash tun. So at the moment, we're gristing in 600 kilos of Tasmanian malted barley. And with that, for the initial charge, will be about 2,000 litres of water.
What kind of yeast strain is used and why?
Yeah, so there's two yeast strains that we use, a distiller's yeast and a brewer's yeast.
How long does the fermentation typically last in Old Kempton?
We do 5 to 6 day fermentation.
Which is very long.
It is. It's long in world whisky. It's not so long in Tasmanian whisky.
Behind me is the wash still. It's a 2,000 litres wash still. Okay, what are you looking for in terms of flavour development or carry over from the wash distillations?
Right, so from the wash distillation, it's really about getting all the flavours that we want and all the alcohol that we can and taking it across to the spirit still, where we'll be able to more effectively separate out the flavours we want and what we don't want.
Yep. Spirit still is about 900 litres. What are the key sensory indicators used to decide the cutting points?
When we're making our cuts, there's 3 things we look for. Firstly, it's flavour. So on our first cut, we're looking very much for a movement in the apple pear style flavour profiles. Once we're through to our second cut, the main flavour I'm looking for on our second cut is a move from the barley into being a really kind of maritime, salty, almost green olive flavour. So that green olive flavour for me is my sign that it's time to be looking at getting that cut made. Welcome to one of our bond stores. So this is where the next 5-6 years of our whisky is currently maturing. So the casks here behind me are what you'll be drinking when you try Old Kempton over the next few years. So here at Kempton, most of our whisky is matured in what's called Australian quarter casks. So they range from 100 to 120 litres. They're what most of our whisky is matured in. So now we're laying down more 200 and 300 litre casks with an eye to aging those for far longer than what we typically do. At the end, for any of our whiskies to be released, they have to go through 2 tasting panels, an internal one of myself and our staff, and then an external one of people who have been with the business over our 13-year journey and really know Old Kempton style. So whisky tends to mature a bit faster in Tasmania than it does in Scotland, but it's slower than it would on mainland Australia or Taiwan or India or anywhere like that. So here in Tasmania, for our 100 litre 20 casks, we're looking about 6 years for full maturation. So once it's time to decant a cask, we'll disgorge however many casks are in that release, or if it's a single cask, just that one, allow it to settle, and then go through bottling here on site. So we hand bottle all of our bottles. We have a very small bottling team, and they make sure that every bottle that goes out from us looks just the way it should.
We really hope you enjoy the tasting.